Okay, so DT.
Yes, sir.
Brought the juice. Anything you want to tell us? Not what are they, but categorically, what are they?
I will tell you.
Have we had any of them? Are there any that you think we haven't had?
You know, you may have had something made by them, but I'm not sure that you have had each one of these.
Okay. Anything else interesting or noteworthy about these?
Mind the notes and see what you can tell.
Are they all the same fucking thing?
They're all bourbon.
Well,
They are all bourbon.
but I mean, are they all the same? Are they like all Jack Daniel's Black Label? Because I'm going to do that one night. It's going to be all three, not different single barrels. It's going to be all
Same
three
one.
of the same exact bottle.
See where we're at.
All right.
Tell you what, you see if you can taste any difference in them and let me know.
Side.
You love to hate them.
Where's your
I've never brought it.
That's true. I smell Dr. Pepper in this. I don't know what was in this bottle beforehand. I'm serious. Dr. Pepper. I like that. Is that funny?
No, I'm laughing at Marshall. Marshall, I'm
Now,
laughing at you.
always, every week, what way do we go? What do we do? Which we crisscross
He's
into Larry?
supplied, so go to Larry. He's a guest.
Okay.
We name a pour wrap.
A port home.
We name a generous pour wrap.
When anybody makes
a
a
Larry McCartney.
when anybody pours up to about here, we call it a Larry pour.
It's a Larry McCartney pour.
Hey, it was my first. Okay, how many fingers?
Just two.
Well,
Jordan's sniffing Dr. Pepper.
out of the bottle, yeah.
Okay. Have you seen these before?
Green apple.
Yes.
Okay. Just some suggestions.
Yeah. Interesting.
And one of the articles I was reading about the flavors that combine by that decomposition reaction is that green apple is probably one of the most pronounced, which is understandably why Cody's always tasting it.
I smell it more than I taste it.
You smell it? Yeah. I'm always smelling vanilla notes. At least that's what I like to smell. I'm always after caramely vanilla and a little bit of fruity essence.
I'm not getting much wood out of this guy.
No, I do get it. But
Yeah.
I also get like a sweet
I'm
tartness
getting
too.
fruit.
I mean, look at those legs on the ball.
I don't like the finish.
It's
To me, it's all over the place.
the finish only or the whole
The
thing?
finish.
I still finish it. It's,
I mean, it goes away quick, but it's. You know what I mean? I don't think I've ever had this.
get a musty nose.
You know which is which?
pretty overpowering. You can smell. I can smell through it in your car. It's more like earthy.
I was curious about the musty smells too. Looking up, what kind of fungus can grow in a bourbon barrel environment. Come to find out, there's one that actually survives on ethanol. Yeah.
You
That's
look-
like-
you looked this up?
Yes.
Fungus.
It's like a mold growing in your
It's a
diesel
black.
tanks on a boat.
Yes.
You know, you get algae in your diesel tanks.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Plug up your filters and all that.
And your ethanol will feed that. Yeah. So the angel share, it just makes me curious. Could you contain the angel share with a wax coat on a barrel? Or would that just totally?
Well, then I don't think it'd be a bourbon if you alter the barrel in that way.
I mean, on the
Right.
outside.
Oh, on the outside.
Yeah. I mean, like, you know how.
Dip the whole thing in wax.
There you
to
go.
add another layer.
Then it wouldn't breathe. The barrel
Yeah,
has
at
to
all.
breathe.
Well, it would expand and contract still. You'd still
Yeah,
have a
but-
bladder.
Yeah, but it has to have it's not necessarily the barrel expanding and contracting. It's actually the atmospheric pressure pulling through the wood.
Well-
you would need that vacuum on the wood, not just the barrel.
Well, you'd still get the vacuum by the expansion.
I'm sorry. Jackie, need you to settle a debate.
I think the barrel would have to breathe.
Love you too.
Bye bye.
Out of the 1,000, dip one in wax.
Yeah, let's just see what it does.
Yeah.
Buffalo Trace does all kinds of stupid experimental stuff, like hitting them with infrared and all that. I mean, why not? Hell, just
Put them on a ship.
dip one. That's a joke. Dip
Yeah.
one in
Jefferson Ocean.
Jefferson's is a joke.
Yeah.
I said it before tasting it, and then even after tasting it, it solidified how big the joke it is. Dip one in wax. Let's see what it does. I'm for it. Why not? You don't think it's a good idea?
I don't think it's going to do anything. Well, I think it's going to.
It'll stain the bourbon with whatever contact.
I know that
surface
it's about the coming into the
Yeah.
wood, out of the wood. The seasons do it. What atmospheric pressure, whatever. Be an interesting experiment.
To me, this is a mixer.
Definitely.
When the glass is empty, I do get a little tobacco. On the top of the
earthy
glass.
smell to me was way too much. I'm not getting much sweet.
I got sweet smells, no sweet taste.
I don't think she's that hot either.
I got a little bit of sweetness on the very finish on my teeth, but I didn't get anything, nothing pronounced.
I got a little cigar on that, a little tobacco.
I was like vanilla leather.
At first, I thought it was way hotter than I think it is now. Probably because that was my first drink of bourbon for the day. I think it was way hotter then than
You did? You know what it was?
now. No, I think it was way hotter in the beginning,
Oh.
but now drinking it again, I feel like it's not as hot. I'm gonna say
Yeah, that was my first bourbon today.
but it won't be my last.
And with leather.
See what this
You
second
didn't get any
was.
leather?
No, I did now.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
I get like caramel and those are empty. With a
I was looking for caramel. I was looking for caramel, hoping for
I
it.
got more molasses in it.
This smells almost like a. I don't get much smell off of it. But my sniffer could be broken.
We have an
You want a
extra.
glass of water?
We have an extra glass.
Thank you.
This actually tastes like a. It tastes like a rum and coke.
You say lemon pledge?
So it's a pre-mixer.
No. Did you say lemon pledge?
Rum and coke.
Oh, I thought you said it smelled like lemon pledge.
I don't know why. The taste reminds me of a rum and coke.
It's a bourbon. You're supposed to say rum and oak. There you go.
It's quick.
I just don't get much of it. I smell some alcohol, but I don't get much of a smell one way or another on that. Yeah, there's some little. That's actually not bad. A little burnt sugar and tobacco, maybe. Well, you gotta really get that Glencairn. You gotta really get in there.
Get the nose in the right place.
I like to put it up to my ear.
I gotta Scarface it.
Let it speak
Here, let me
to
just
you.
pour some of this out.
Snort.
Take a bump.
Need a straw.
Yeah. Actually, that does it. When you get it in the Glencairn, it has a good nose.
That's where the term "get a snorter" came from. You ever heard that? Get a snort. Want to snort?
I got
Never
burnt
heard that
sugar.
expression?
Yeah, I have, but I didn't think about using it. Rolling up a dollar bill and doing it on the table.
The bump in the bathroom.
Yeah, dip your mirror out.
Cooking in a spoon.
This is great.
I got burnt sugar, tobacco, smelling it. Wait till you.
I like this one better than the first one.
Oh, she got fat legs.
I don't get the funk smell,
I don't either.
that musty
On the
smell
first
that
one.
I did on the first one.
Little funk on the first one, yeah.
So you think that's an age thing?
It could be where the note come from. It could be how much char it had versus.
Could be it was the barrel that sat near a window.
It was probably that wax barrel.
Dipped in wax.
These all probably came from his fucking basement. These are probably all
Yeah.
experimentations.
That's your toasted oat experiment.
I tell you what, if I can get leather and caramel out of an experiment.
This is my leather cello.
We
Yeah.
gotta get leather. Our cello. We gotta get the cello going on.
Yeah, this one's pretty good. I feel like.
Oh, this
I'm not
nose.
lower on the proof though.
I think
What did you say about the nose?
I said burnt sugar and tobacco.
Yeah. Yeah. Almost cotton candy. Cotton candy and worm dirt.
I think caramel like smacks me in the nose. Slide oak.
To me, the nose is very faint, which it might be my nose. Everything's very subtle.
That's what I said. I couldn't get a nose out of it from the bottle, but here,
I have to blink
when you let it breathe, I mean, stick a nose way down in it.
A lot of oak. I'm getting a lot of oak.
You get a little bit of leather, but not much. Mainly like I'm sticking caramel.
I'm getting a lot of wood.
On this one, you are.
Yes.
You were getting a lot of wood earlier.
That's bad.
Check out the legs. Let me roll. They're just lingering. Those are the, I forget the name, amino acids, flavoring, the flavor molecules that are more fatty are lingering here.
Well, I like it so far. It's number one for me.
I think it's a safe bourbon. It's not crazy.
This would be good for.
It's
This would be good for somebody that needed to.
It's one I pick
An
for an
upstart.
average drinker, yeah.
Mhm.
For an average bourbon, and I wouldn't say enthusiast, for someone wanting to get in.
I don't
I'd
think
probably-
I would.
I'd probably pitch the
You don't?
smooth amber
No.
first
How
because
Because
the
to
sweeter
me it's
first.
too simple.
Yeah, but
It's just like it's not bad. but
What was the
Right.
smart ass
To me,
comment in
it's
the
wrong.
peanut gallery?
but it doesn't have that lightness to it. That
No,
chicken wing.
bourbon
That's-
nights.
That's where I would pick it.
I'm
for.
cool with that.
'Cause
I'll
I
be a
don't wanna
bourbon
go,
night.
Oh, there we go.
I have at least a bourbon a night, so I'm a bourbon night.
Yeah. Wow, that's I'm a big smooth amber. Yes, it has a more sweet character, but get vanilla on it now. Sit in just a minute.
Larry, what's your thoughts?
You like 2 versus 1, 1 versus 2? Which one do you like better out of the first two?
B versus A.
So far.
So far.
I don't know. I'm on the fence there. I'm almost leaning toward A. just
Well,
because
the
of
problem
that.
is Matt always says what he thinks first, and then you kind of, is it shitty? And then it wasn't so bad. But he's always the first one to say it, whether it's or in his opinion.
And is he the president?
I'm like,
Well, we've not elected officers.
They're all mixers. Once they
are
get
all
someone some Diet Coke.
Yeah, mix it. Yeah.
Matt has definitely made the statement that he will mix anything.
and I will.
Yeah. And I will too.
And I
Got a bottle of
don't,
Pappy's?
I don't
Diet
know.
Coke?
I don't know if it's because I don't drink soda very often or what, but I mean, I would drink any of them. Like it, a mixer to me means I would mix any of them in an old fashioned.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I know a mixer
But I-
to you means Diet Coke and a styrofoam cup.
Eroded.
Do you have a ratio that you go with on your
No,
mixing?
not really.
Like 3 Bloods.
3 Larrys.
You know that little
Or
plastic.
you're the best.
And
Larry.
then the Coke just got to splice it.
Yeah.
A Larry and a half.
The Coke, you just take a straw and drop just a couple of drops of Coke in.
You know that little plastic thing on there that kind of helps you pour or limits the pour.
Okay.
The cap on
when,
the.
Yeah,
when that's
yeah.
on there, if that's on there, I'll count to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's my pour for a highball.
And then
And then
the mixer used.
the,
How far do
okay,
you
ice
count?
all the way up. Ice all the way up.
So you lost me. on
Count to
ice.
7, and then whatever's left, fill up
Oh,
with.
fill it. Okay.
Yeah, that's my home recipe.
I'm strictly against ice. I hate what it stands for.
Ice?
I hate it.
You don't. So if you go to a fast food joint, you order Coke, no ice.
No ice. Hey, ruins pop. It comes out cold.
Yeah.
So I am. I'll do Diet Coke up to here, and then every two
What
things
about
of
old,
bourbon.
what about old fashioned?
Yeah, I put an ice cube in.
Let me ask you this, because I mean
It doesn't come
we're
out.
going pretty quick, so we can have another conversation. Not killing the goat with a 9-iron, but we can have another conversation. Outside of your guys' old fashioned, which you developed in house, whose do you like? What restaurants do you like their old fashioned? Off the top of your head.
So, Longhorn has a pretty good old fashioned that's really close to ours if you tell them not to muddle the orange. They use an orange.
I didn't
rind.
ask. I'm asking. So you like it?
If you don't muddle the orange, I don't like it straight up their recipe. Too sweet.
Owensboro, Kentucky. Right across the bridge, there's a restaurant on the left as you head in there. I forget the name of it. Something House. Miller House, Mill House.
Rising Sun.
No, it's a house. And it's part of the name. Something
Oh.
House.
House of the Raisins.
No.
House.
They have an awesome old fashioned, and it's got orange in it and a cherry, and it's a little bit red, not as red as ours. I like mine with a little cherry juice in there,
Right.
and Marino cherries.
What about you?
For me, honestly, so I never order an old fashioned anywhere else. I started making them at my house.
Yeah.
We come up with ours
Angosturas.
here, and I'm not a fan of Angostura bitters.
You're not?
No.
I'm not. So chances are, if I'm going out, I'm just going to order a bourbon. I'm not going to order an old fashioned.
I'm
Which
gonna,
Interesting.
I'm going to bring in.
I've had the old fashions at the hotel.
Yeah.
And
Listen,
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
bring in the
going
old-fashioned
to
syrup.
say anything because I don't want to timestamp it. But
yeah, but I'm not against. I would love to go to someplace in Louisville and order an old fashioned.
I'm going to bring in the old-fashioned syrup I just got. That was a freebie with the bottle. See,
I
see what
was-
you think of it.
We've had
Yeah,
that.
I had
Have you
some
had it?
Old Forester from the 100 proof.
This was Elijah Craig stuff.
And
I thought it just tasted more like lemon.
I I like our old fashioned.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
do
like
too.
using the lemon opposed to an orange.
And comparing to somebody else's, that's ours. You know, we're going to be biased on it no matter where.
Well, that's why I was asking, because I get them all the time. So, the Exchange in New Albany makes a great one. Their sister restaurant, Brooklyn and the Butcher, makes a great one, which I was telling you guys
So
about.
I've had the one at Old Forester
Yeah.
at the bar, and that's where I fell in love with them.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy cow.
I was at there's a liquor store in Louisville. It's a liquor store and a bar combined. It's called Frankfurt Avenue Liquors. I was there last weekend. Got one of theirs. They had a whole dusty selection you could drink from, and then any bourbon that you wanted from today you could drink from. And they would make you whatever you wanted with any of it. And then you also had a full-blown liquor store right intermixed with the bar stools. It's a super cool place. But they're old-fashioned. It was okay.
So what turned me on to the one at Old Forester, when I went in, they had this huge jar, and I thought it was potatoes. I'm like, what is that in the back? And that was their pears for their simple syrup.
Really?
Yeah, they had this huge jar, and they made their own simple syrup on pears. I'm like, I gotta have one.
Yeah.
And it was delightful.
And
But
that was
it-
in Louisville?
Yeah.
right on
Oh,
Whiskey
yeah, right on Bourbon or on Whiskey Row there on Main Street. And
So,
but
they-
that's what
they
makes theirs
evaporate.
theirs. You guys do things that make. That's why I like them, is because I like to see
Okay.
I'm like you, and I'm totally biased. But man, the one I make at home is pretty fucking badass. And it's very simple. It's just muddled sugar cubes and bitters and blah blah blah. It's nothing fancy.
Bitters.
For me,
Like
it's
Angostura.
the bitters that
Sometimes.
makes it old fashioned.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily the bourbon.
Yeah.
or the whiskey.
Saffron.
Then you put
do
ice in
saffron.
it?
I do put ice in mine.
Saffron in an old fashioned.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't.
You have?
I've never had it, no.
Well, you saw a picture of my old fashioned.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just wondered if there was like a restaurant. Like for me, it's like the Exchange in Brooklyn and the Butcher, because that's where we go and what we. But they are a bourbon-centric bar.
Yeah.
I've never had the old-fashioned up at Smokeworks in Bloomington. If it's anything like their bourbon selection, it's probably trash.
And if it's a regular, stupid, bright red Marciano cherry, I hate it.
Right.
I don't want it.
Yeah.
Which, that was us in the very beginning.
It was.
Yeah. Well, you got to find your
All
way.
the ingredients have
And
to
then
be
you found the
top notch
outrageous.
for me.
Yeah.
Did you have complaints on that originally?
No, we
when you
didn't.
had the cherry?
We didn't serve them. This is when we were
Oh,
building
when
this
you-
place.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just trying.
Yeah, we was
Figure
making
out
a
what
recipe, and somebody, Chad Bowman, that's another channel, but he's like, man, it's all about the cherries, and he was right, 100% right on that.
Your
Because you can see you can get the Kroger
Your cherries are spot
You can
on.
get the Kroger maraschino or whatever cherries that are $6, or you can get the
Like say a Luxardo.
you can
for
get the
instance.
Luxardo $26 cherries.
And it does.
It does. It
It's
makes a
different.
huge difference.
It's different.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know. I was just curious because we were
What is
talking
your
about
recipe right now? For an
Secret.
old-fashioned? Oh, sorry.
And it's
It's really simple.
but it's different from
Right.
everywhere. And a lot of it, I think, it's our bitters that we use.
Yeah. You go to any most liquor stores, you find Angostura bitters.
well, they're in supermarkets.
And
And-
any video you watch, that's the bitters they're going to use.
That's right.
The one
I
with the
just don't
paper
like
but if
wrap
you really
that
get
doesn't
into
fit.
it, there's hundreds of
Yes.
bitters.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You can make your own bitters.
Yeah.
That's just like I went to Germany probably 6 years ago. My hotel had I just happened to be there at the right time, a gin and tonic bar. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Well, but they had a binder for the gins from all over the world. And then a binder for the tonic waters. And what tonic water went best with what gin, depending on what. It was like this week-long thing they were doing on gin and tonics. I said, I knew there were a lot of gins from different regions and dry and this and that, but I had no clue there was this many tonic waters. And it was just, it's like one of those, there's a ton of bitters out there. There's not a ton of cherries, but it's, and then it's like, do you want to use a lemon versus a An orange, you want, I mean, to me, that's what makes it cool. And I just wondered if there was somewhere you went that where it's like, man, I got to get an old fashioned here because you know a lot of it, like St. Elmo's, Harry and Izzy's, that people like theirs, and because that's kind of like that old school bourbony cigar bar type, vibe. And I just wondered if there was anything. Larry, do you even drink old? Do you will you order an old fashioned if you go somewhere?
You know, I haven't in years.
Yeah.
So I'm.
Like a Manhattan, do you order any kind of mixed drink or any kind of if you?
Larry likes beer.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just curious because I don't.
But I do mix.
I'll get a Manhattan once in a while, but
See, I
I'm
can't
not-
get over vermouth.
Yeah.
It's a big stumbling block.
Yeah.
I want to try to like it.
Mixing
but I'm just like,
old-fashioned.
It's
Yeah.
similar to the old fashioned in aroma and color,
A little more dry.
but it leads you like, oh, this is gonna be like an old fashioned. Take a drink.
No,
It's not.
that's what I like about Brooklyn and the Butcher. They're bourbon centric, like the Exchange, but they do. And anywhere, and just go across the river to Louisville, there's so many bourbon centric cocktails that aren't an old fashioned.
Rusty nail.
Yeah. Anyway,
the longer B sets, the more enjoyable.
The better it is. Yes.
Yes.
Your nose blooms. It comes
Oh,
out a
yeah.
lot. Yeah.
that's why we tell long stories.
What about a Rob Roy? You ever had a Rob Roy?
I have not.
What is a rock roll?
That was going to be my next question. I've heard people talk about the Rob Roy, but I've never had it.
I've heard of it too. But I'm not
Can we
sure.
Google a Rob Roy? Can someone in the peanut gallery Google a Rob Roy, please?
That last little bit of beef was good.
We have a staff of 5, and nobody. We each have our own assistant over here, and nobody can Google a damn Rob Roy.
Isn't Joe Rogan?
What is it?
Not Jacob.
We need to know what it is.
Drink.
Fuck Joe.
Cody's assistant has to put her glasses in.
Cocktail consisting primarily of whiskey and vermouth.
That's it?
I'm going to hate it.
Oh,
Ugh.
I mean that's like a
Scotchy
bourbon
whiskey
martini.
It's
Like
like
in
A bourbon teeny.
it's like a Manhattan.
Mixing glass
Yeah.
syrup,
So what's
lime,
different? What the
straight
Manhattan
glass
is
garnish with
vermouth,
Simple syrup.
simple syrup.
Oh, man.
That has no simple syrup.
Yeah.
I'm going to hate it.
That's
Yeah.
older and stronger, I know that.
Maraschino cherry or lemon twist.
I gotta let her settle here.
Manhattan is just about an old fashioned.
This is probably gonna be. This is either gonna be my least favorite or my favorite, I can't tell you. She's the hottest.
I think we need to try to find the best old fashioned.
Yeah.
I agree.
What?
I think we need to go out and try to find the best.
Right.
Do you think Louisville's the place to start?
I think
Yeah,
Louisville's
it's pretty
best
good.
start.
Yeah, and I know
I've got to ask my friends in
Hang on.
that restaurant.
Jackie.
It's Jordan.
Hey, sorry to bother you twice in one day.
Shoot himself in the foot.
No.
JK.
Jay-Z.
Oh, JT, yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, this one is older. It's more complex.
Yep.
It's this is my kind of drink right here. I like this. Watch it be fucking 18 months old.
Yeah.
No, it's not. I can tell. This is what I'm used to drinking. Oh yeah, I like that. That would make a fucking killer old fashioned with the right cherry.
It does. It does.
So do you like the Old Forester bitters? The
Old Forester bitters.
I assume that's the one they use in their old fashions there.
No, well, we've got some bitters we bought.
Yeah, they come with the eye dropper thing,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have them personally. I just
We
assume.
got some.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna have to experiment.
One of them's broke.
One of them.
Yeah, remember? They had them out there and somebody come up and say, well, one of them broke and it might have been aromatics that broke.
And you can get really expensive with your bitters like the
Yes,
cherries. I
you
mean,
can.
there's some fucking bitters that are.
So there is a on Kirkwood, on the square in Wilmington, there is a restaurant store, culinary store, sells a little bit of everything. International market too. They have a huge bitter selection, and they also carry our cherries that we use.
What is the brand? What's the name of your cherries?
starts with an A. I can't remember.
Go ahead, Matt.
They're Italian.
They're Italian.
And
They're not the Stone Croc, which I wanted.
Stone Croc or Stone Croc
When we
cherries.
first found them, our running joke was he found some that I found the same ones, but they come in this huge decorative Stone Croc that cost 10 times more. I'm like, oh,
Amaranth cherries.
Well, that's Luxardo are the ones you
Luxardo,
always see
yeah.
for about
Luxardo's
20.
are really
And
good.
Luxardo cherries are good.
Yeah.
And we had some Michigan.
But they were always right next to the $6.
Yeah.
And
And it's
everybody
like,
always
yeah.
picks. They always pick the pink cherries over the.
I'll
every
go
freaking
with a
time.
little bit more expensive bourbon if I can save on the cherries. No, pick the cherries.
Actually, go both if you can.
Yeah.
It'd be 1,000
I
times.
think I'm with Jordan on this one.
All right.
Raw dog.
That's old. It's it's way more complete. Automatically, that's my number one.
Yeah.
I didn't even talk about what I smelled in it. But, I mean, it smells like a old.
That's what I
It
want
smells
out-
like
that-
an
that's
old
what I
saddle
want
with
out of
ball
a bourbon.
sweat all over it right there. And I don't mean that in a bad way.
Good ball sweat.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an old saddle that's been out in the sun, like a wet saddle that's dried in the sun.
Saddle has just been
Getting a lot of
just
leather.
been washed with saddle soap.
Saddle soap, a lot of good red. A lot of horse sweat soaked into it.
I'm not joking. I mean, that's what it smells like to me.
Good luck.
I'm not kidding. Maybe like a little bit of ginger there out of this Glencairn. Like on the bottom of the glass, it's like I swear it's gingery a little bit.
It has a little more spice to it.
Well, yeah. So that could be a number of things. Even ginger.
That's beautiful.
It's great.
That is beautiful.
Caramel.
I do like it.
Oh yeah, you said let that sucker sit for about 3 or 4 minutes. It's really sweet. Yeah. Still in our mic.
Got your attention right away.
Not everybody up here.
So we'll rephrase that.
I would sit this as it is.
I would too.
Yeah.
But and with the Diet Coke. I am going to drink with Diet Coke too. I'm not going to lie.
Yes. Good sipper meat. Really smooth.
I don't know. I would describe it as smooth.
You know,
Well, and you know, so many
It
people in the
has a-
bourbon
it
industry
has a
hate when
pleasant-
people use the word smooth.
it has a pleasant burn.
It sure does. Yeah.
And I put, to me, that is 100% bourbon. That is what I'm looking for in a glass. It's got a nice oaky smell.
I think it's
The palate's
one.
nice.
It's at least 110 to 115 proof.
I struggle with guessing proof.
I do too.
I think it's lighter than that.
I said 96, but I don't.
I said 92.
Woo!
Man, I don't know how you get 92.
Well, the first two I
She's a
thought.
little
The first
higher.
one I thought was 92. The second one I said was 90.
I said 98, 86, and this one 92.
Oh, I'm a poor judge of that.
I'm horrible at that.
I thought 80.
Marshall's pretty good at it.
Yeah. Jordan usually is too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna heckle him anyway. 92.
Sweet.
Yep, that's
Smell
number
there, just keep
one to
them
me.
come on, though.
One.
Similar to leather, but not tobacco either.
I'm ranking those three in reverse. I know. I guess we got a fourth one to do. But
Yeah, that's what I got.
And I would recommend this to a newbie. I would recommend
I
this.
don't know if
to
a
somebody-
newbie could handle this.
I think it's beautiful.
It's beautiful to us, but it's wild to someone to a newbie.
That's why when I'm like, oh, here, this one's speaking my language. But I'm not drinking Old Forester 86 every day. I'm drinking stuff like this.
So did you jot down sweaty ball leather saddle?
Yep.
Okay,
Old Saddle and Ginger.
there you go.
Ginger.
It's got ginger, yeah, like towards the bottom of the glass.
Yeah.
Tilt it.
Okay.
Put your nose on the bottom.
Ginger is described as a kiss from a girl that likes to bite.
There she is, right there.
Ginger.
Yeah, that's the description of ginger in food.
Kiss.
A kiss from a girl that likes to bite.
I think I do.
Okay. That's beautiful.
It's my number one so
It's my
far.
number one.
Oh,
Let's hit number 3.
This is number 3.
Or number
We're on
4.
number 4.
I mean, letter D.
ein, zwei,
Number
drei, vier.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
But no cinco. Because
No
it ain't the
cinco.
mail.
Well, I know what this is.
It's Bacardi.
It says so. 80 proof, 40% alcohol. Man.
Establecido in 1962, 1862. I don't know how to say that in Spanish. All right.
Tastes like any Bacardi you ever had.
This is very sweet.
Did we have a Bacardi bottle? Shoot.
No, we did.
We did?
We had two that had an office much of mine.
Sure what that is. I mean, don't smell bad. It smells real sweet.
Number C. Still love it.
I've still got number C on my tongue. It's
Yeah.
just delightful.
It is.
Even
we
after,
haven't finished yet.
Oh.
even after the water.
Add salt in my water.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't want to have any water left in there.
My nose sucks.
Just do back up. Your nose sucks. No.
Sweet.
Oh,
That's very sweet.
pepper.
Getting pepper.
It's like not as strong as I did on number A,
Okay.
but that's just snap out of here. I get a little slight pepper.
I don't know. I think D is going to have, it's pretty close to C for me. I think she's hot.
A little leather. I don't like it that much. This is good Bacardi.
It's probably the best Bacardi I've ever had.
Oh man.
Get bubble gum.
Leather. You get bubble gum.
Not sweet bubble gum, but something.
Something sweet. Something fruity, floral,
Well, fruity.
candy, cotton candy, molasses, maple, honey.
Just fruit. No, it's not the juicy fruit. Maybe
Big
it's not
red.
bubblegum. Maybe it's nutty.
Nutty, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. In a sort of almond sort of way.
Not so much cherries. Maybe it's butter.
Yeah.
This is like Lone Star.
Raspberry.
She's a hot one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going with butter. It's a butter. Maybe it's more of a popcorn.
More alcohol out of the nose.
Yeah.
So I struggle with corn, wheat, all the grains.
Corn?
Do you ever get those out of the nose? Do you
So,
think?
corn, yes. I mean, corn's pronounced to me. The wheat and the oat are the ones that kind of blend together.
Okay.
When something's wheated, you tend to know it in a bourbon. I mean, it's not. It's not going to smell like the wheat that you know from flat bourbon. I mean, it smooths it a bit. It
Okay.
just gives it a.
Jordan, what's your?
So like Buffalo Trace White Dog,
It's horrible.
that is what corn
Okay.
smells like.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that is the
Well,
essence
yeah.
of corn.
The
It's
corn wheat-
It's unmistakable.
To
as
me,
far as
corn
the
is
wheat
easy to
goes.
pick up on the
The corn we
smell.
had last week.
Wheat's easier to pick up on the taste.
The corn we had last
Buffalo
week.
Trace, like,
White
White
Dog.
Dog.
It's a pre-aged.
It's just it's the distillate
It's
before it goes
moonshine.
into the barrel.
It's moonshine.
So it's clear. It doesn't have its color from the
okay, so
barrel.
that's what
and it's in a little bitty bottle,
And it's
and it's. But it's all corn all out.
That's legs. Lots of legs. This one had more legs. Let's see.
I think that's my favorite.
Huh?
That D is my favorite.
I still think C's mine, but I will change that to number 2.
I mean, I got both of them
That
marked
makes
here.
this
I'm between C and D.
that
And I agree with that. They're close, first and second.
To me, D is a little bit more complex. There's a lot more going on. I really can't put my finger on it, but I enjoy it.
Fat finger.
My
That's really-
fish stick.
Fish stick. See if any water makes any difference.
I think
Bring some
D's the hottest.
It is. It really is. 100%.
Well, we have made our mark in bourbon. All right, Jordan.
I think. Can I start with D?
Go with it, man.
I think D is 100.
Well, hold on. Before we start, what was
You-
your top?
Oh, mine went C, D, B, A.
Okay.
C,
Cody?
D, B, A.
I was C, D, A, B.
A over B.
I enjoyed A over B. It had more everything in the nose, but there was more sweet on the nose up front than there was for B. That was the reasoning on me picking A over B. I wrote a whole lot more notes, taste notes on everything on A than I did for B.
See, to me, A, I put that in the category of jet.
Yeah, no, it didn't have. It had some of that musty
That
on
funk
the nose,
killed
but it
me.
didn't have it on my palate.
It killed me. I was D, C, B, A.
Now,
Opposite.
Yeah.
I was CD tied, but I was kind of leaning to C. But C and D are tied for me.
Okay.
And then B and then A.
Larry?
I'm C, D, B, A.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. Do you have a guess what they are?
No.
Yeah,
Come on,
you
you
did
do.
too.
Here.
No.
No. Don't do that. I don't have a guess of what they are. The only time I'm good at that is if you put 15 up and pour me a blind, I can probably tell you which of the 15 it is.
Here it is.
What's that? That's D?
This is D.
Oh, okay.
Man, I was so close. I had 108.6.
You want to wait for it.
I had 125. Oh God, are these all the same?
No, they're not.
So they're all.
What's
but
the
these two
101?
are. They're all weeded so far. Nice, very good, DT.
I've never had the 46. So
This is the one that has
94.
The barrel opened up and all the different oak staples shoved into it.
Gotcha. So what? A?
So wait,
Yeah,
this is A.
That's B.
And
This is B.
so growing up, I thought A was phenomenal. I thought Maker's Mark.
And it is.
And it's
It's
90.
a wonderful mixer.
And I hated it.
Damn it,
It's
I
not.
had it as 90. I had it as 95 and marked it out and put 100.
What
I
is,
put 98.
what is A?
A.
A is
Okay.
90.
Let's not. Okay.
90 proof.
A is 90.
B is 94 proof. C is 101. And D is 108.7.
Interesting.
Damn, I had D. Much higher than that.
What's B?
I was only like a tenth of a point off on
94
It's
was
nice.
B.
97. Yeah.
So I was negative 10 on
This
that.
is the one where.
What's that? That's not.
97.
Man, I had 95 on that. That
You
was
were
close.
you were under. What?
No, I had 95
No,
on the
on this
97.
One,
I was
once
down
this
10.
one is aged,
I
they
had
opened
100.
it up and they shoved more staves into
You said it was 100.
Yeah.
And
So
let
you said
that
it was higher.
give some more.
Yeah.
It's
So
kind of like
I was
it's
plus
kind of
eight.
like the double oak, you know.
I was negative 10. 95, I was minus 1. Right? Because that was
Let me see regular Makers.
94. I was plus 1.
Yeah.
Let me see the A.
What was number 3? 101. I had 115. So.
I had 96.
And then D, I had 125 on that thing. That fucker I thought was hot.
I did them in increasing order.
Wow. I hate it.
You hate it?
I hate it. Let me see C.
Hate it out at the bottom.
I hate it.
Try it or smell it.
Flat out.
I had them in increasing order, but I just had my number 1 a little too high.
I'm very disappointed.
In regular makers.
I really am.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's-
I get it oaky. I get
That's
a little
a-
earthy note.
that's
Not
a-
gyptic.
That's
at all.
D.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's D.
That is beautiful.
That is.
I like that's my
Yeah.
favorite.
That is beautiful.
Makers 101.
101.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me see. D.
that's yours.
That's us.
That's what you carry.
Here you go. Here's a clean one.
I've got Makers 101 too. And that's what, but they only use one mash bill. Isn't that fucked up? One mash bill.
So that's all aging and how they cut it.
Yep.
So I do not compare those two together.
There's
at all.
Dalton's.
They are not in the same.
Is that Dalton's?
No, that's Gyptic Creek.
Okay. Is that the same
And
mash?
that is what?
Is that the same mash bill?
No.
No.
No, it's not.
It's
Okay.
not even in the same ballpark.
It's not.
No.
There you go.
Yeah, I think it is in the same ballpark.
No.
The earthy, musty, yes, they're in the same ballpark. I'm going to pick this over that, but I think they're cousins.
No. Yeah, like third or fourth. You can still
No.
marry her.
First,
You can still marry her.
Oh.
I'm going to prom.
Uh-uh. No. There's a little more foot fungus in this one. Okay, maybe not foot fungus, but granny peg.
Even worse.
You remember Granny's toenail or Granny's Korean girl part?
So
Yeah,
thick.
that.
Okay. That's not bad.
Oh,
Killed me.
Hey, Jordan likes it too.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I didn't think it was bad. No.
He said once you get past.
Yeah. Once you
The
get
band-aid.
anytime in a whiskey when you say once you get past something, that's probably a red flag.
Once you get past the smell, you got to relax.
But anywho.
Once you get past the smell, she's cutting your hair.
Oh my!
That hit home.
Yes, it did.
Home
Thank
run at the
Thank
dug in.
you. Yes.
Yeah, I don't mind this.
I don't like it.
I don't either.
I'll take it.
You buy the liquor.
Now it does taste like a wet sock.
Yeah.
Part of it does, but there's part of it that's not.
Just a little thickness.
The 101 in the Cask is beautiful. I love it.
I like it.
Yep, I would highly recommend those two.
Yes.
The other, not so much. I'm really disappointed in the 46.
Tonight,
Yeah.
this is our recommendation.
Yeah.
And that's a model I come close to picking several times. The
Yeah.
46. Oh, you know.
I mean, that was
Good presentation.
Regular Makers was always my go-to in college. Oh,
Straight though,
Huh?
mix it.
He's a mixer.
Anything. Just we drink it, and I was like, oh yeah, we love Makers. But now,
But I mean, there are other products.
This actually became available to me today. I'm waiting on the guy to send me a couple more pictures. But now this is what we need to do. Take this, compare it with this.
Oh, sweet.
And I have another really
What year
old
is
bottle. Don't know yet. I'm waiting on photos of the tax strip and the bottom of the bottle. Then I can tell him what
How
age
old
it
is
is.
that?
I'm waiting on. He's supposed to be sending me better pictures of the tax strip
Uh-huh.
and the bottom of the bottle, and then I can tell him what year it's from.
interesting.
But this, Larry, this is probably from the 70s.
Oh, nice.
But I'm gonna buy it
Back
from
when
the
they
guy.
used to put this. Remember they used to put
The tax
strip
strips.
over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Right,
deal there.
exactly, yeah.
But and that bottle of Jack is even older than that. I'm just waiting on the bottle. The bottom of the bottle of the Jack will tell me how old that is.
You know,
Sweet.
my
How
dad.
old do you think it is? The
I think
Jack?
the makers.
Jack.
I think the Jack is.
73.
I'd say earlier than that. It's probably late 60s, and the makers is probably early 70s.
Wow.
And then there's a ceramic decanter of Chivas, which is only worth like $50, and nobody wants that. So.
So what on the Jack? How much are you talking about possible charge?
Oh, I'm going to buy it from him for, well, as little as possible because it just goes in my collection. I'm not trying to make any money off of it.
Right.
I don't know, maybe $100, but it's probably if you wanted to sell it, depending on the year, it's probably a $300 bottle. Yeah.
I would like to visit Jack.
It's cool.
Well, not visit, but try it here.
Oh yeah.
Just because it's been so
I
long.
wish we could
since
find
I've
some.
had it.
I wish we could find more of the iterations, like the limited editions, like the barrel proof rye, the things that people go crazy about. The Coy Hill, that's 142 proof. The barrel proof rye, the 10-year. It'd be really cool to do that because, and then so like Black Label, and then some of the limited stuff. There's a heritage barrel out there that's kind of like the Coy Hill on the limited edition rye, but and then like a really old one. I've got some old ones. I mean, it'd be cool.
So,
Okay, I guess that's it.
it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very good, very cool. I love when there's commonality in the selections.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Maker's Mark,
Thank you.
where at? Where are they?
Oh gosh, what is the actual name of the town? Loretto.
Loretto. Yeah.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Cool, really cool distillery if you get a chance to go there. It's the first major exchange on the Bourbon Chase, the relay race where you run 200 miles on the
There's our recommendation.
Maker's Mark 101.
You need a scorecard to go home with you so you can compare notes while you're on your sailboat.
Are we doing the speakeasy out at this
I
point?
think so.
Tasty
Fingers.
notes.
Little piggy. Little piggy.
Little Piggy's at 165.
All right.
Love you guys. Thank you.